Hello.
session was truly inspiring. We all had dreamt of becoming quality engineer after attending his session.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel Maths Wala Suraj Mato, and today we have invited our guest Miss Manaswi Jadhav on our podcast, and she has recently won SIH, and also she got placed at Zeus Learning for the role of QA. So now we will discuss with her like what are the skills needed for QA and how she get that, and also the her role in her SIH team, and also that how does she feel after winning the SIH. So hi Manaswi. Welcome to
Hi,
our podcast.
Suraj. Thank
So
you so much.
first thing, I would like to congratulate you for your winning in SIH and also for the placement. So tell me the moment that you won, like some feeling that you can share with us.
That feeling was really overwhelming. I can't even express in words. We were not at all expecting to win. We were just doing it till the end, and somehow it all worked out. So, yeah, it was a very different feeling.
Okay, tell me about your role in your SIH team.
Okay, so in my role was basically to create the presentations, to work on the presentation while explaining to the judges. We had jury rounds and several mentoring rounds. So during those sessions, we had to explain our project, what are we working on. Like our problem statement was PG dissertation management system. It was for the PG students. So what we were developing and what all features we are implementing, we had to express ourselves to the judges. So my part was to present them in the form of our presentations. We had used certain illustrations with which it would be easier to understand. So yeah, also I have worked on UI UX of our project.
Okay, and now I would like to ask you about the role for that you have selected. So tell me about QA in short. That
Okay.
what is basically they do. If I talk about web developer, then everyone know that they used to develop websites like front end back end. In QA, what is the work they do?
Okay, QA is quality assurance. We basically focus on delivering the quality product. So basically, the software that you develop, we have to make sure that all the features and functionalities are working properly, and the quality, overall quality product is delivered to the customer, so that the customer can use the product with ease. So that is our motive.
Okay, and now tell me that in Zeus Learning, that how many rounds were there, what kind of tests they have taken to select any candidate, and what kind of questions were asked in that all this round.
Okay. So first we had an assessment, online assessment round, which was a common round for all the job roles for software development as well as QA. Then we had a pen and paper test. Then we had two technical interview rounds. So first was purely technical, and second was more of a HR and technical. It had
Okay.
both. Okay, so that was the last round. So in assessment round, there were two sections. Second section was locked unless you complete and if unless you successfully complete the first section, you won't be allowed to
For the
give the
second.
second section. Yeah. So in the first section, there were basic aptitude questions. They were pretty interesting and simple. So once that was once that was completed, I was allowed to the next section, which was it was slightly, yeah, technical,
Okay.
related to the coders had their coding questions, and we had basically logical questions. We had two logical questions, I remember, and other we had about test cases and finding the errors. Like we
Okay.
were particularly given a situation, and for that we had to design test cases. And other question I remember, it was about the construction of a house, and they had asked us where washroom should be placed, considering all the
Okay.
possibilities.
Okay.
There should not be windows, as we had all that. So
Okay. Okay.
pretty tricky, interesting.
So out of all these round, which round was more difficult for you?
um Second interview round I felt was more difficult, but because it I think test manager had taken that round, or
Okay.
senior
Okay.
test engineer had taken that round. So he was pretty, I would say he looked strict, and his personality was definitely influential, but I had this nervousness.
Okay.
What if
Okay.
I do something wrong? And I was also not able to answer this one question. It was stuck in my mind for weeks till I received the news.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, have you prepared from it any courses, or do you prepare from YouTube, or you have followed any channels for that for preparing for this role?
Okay. So first of all, I had surveyed.
Okay.
I had asked my seniors who had gone through the same procedures, who are now working in Zeus. I got
Okay.
to
Okay.
know what rounds exactly are. They did not have the pen and paper test then, but whatever rounds they had, I got to know everything from them. And besides, they suggested me uh, certain websites, but I was dedicated to YouTube only. I found certain questions, like logical reasoning, analytical questions from YouTube and Google. They helped me a lot. And of course, the survey from my seniors helped me a lot. That was really helpful.
Okay. So, would you like to give any advice for any junior, like a student in first year, second year, or third year, who want to get into this role? Because in we know that in QA we don't have lots of competition as we compare with the SDE role, and
Yeah.
I have observed that. So, any kind of advice would you like to give them?
Yeah. I think you should be in touch with your seniors because they helped a lot. You can know all the process and the type of questions that they asked. You can prepare accordingly. And of course, Google and YouTube is there. Prepare for logical reasoning and analytical questions. Prepare for aptitude. Like you should be really good with your aptitude. It's not that difficult. I feel you can do it, but only focus on logical and analytical questions. There are these one hour videos also, but the questions, they're tricky and they're
Tricky
small,
one,
so they
huh?
don't take much time. Okay, so even YouTube would help.
Okay, and any technology that we need to learn for this role?
I think basic, since we had QA in last semester, so that
Okay,
helped. Also, basic knowledge about selenium is also fine. Just basic, not too
basic.
much is
Okay.
required. They had asked me in one interview if you know anything about testing tools. Just know some names of testing tools, what their basic functionalities are, like automated testing tools and everything, and what is testing, types of testing, errors, bugs, all the basic things about software testing is also more than enough.
Means we can conclude that if someone does not have technical knowledge of testing, but if he or she have knowledge of like theoretical knowledge of testing, and he or she know about the tools that we use like selenium you have mentioned, and have a good aptitude and logical reasoning questions, then he or she can easily clear it for it.
And good communication skills.
Yes.
I think, yeah. Also, they want to see how you are willing to work in their company. So you need to convince yourselves. You need to put yourself out there and convince that you are a fit for their company. So you
Okay.
need to have that.
So who was your inspiration?
In our student development program that we had this year, um, there was this one sir whose session like, our sir had kept, who was an alumni of a college only, and he's working in Zeus Learning, Aditya Manze sir,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
his
I know him.
session was truly inspiring. We all had dreamt of becoming quality engineer after attending his session. It was really intuitive and engaging, most importantly, and we were all asking him questions and interested to know. So that moment made me, after his session, I had this clarity that I could do something in software testing as well. Why not give it a try?
Okay, okay.
So my credit goes to him and
Actually,
all my
I
seniors.
Actually, I saw the environment of the college. Like they deny the testing role. Many of my friends,
Yeah,
they are just like testing is not good. But I still remember that session from Aditya Manje sir. He actually cleared all the doubt regarding the testing. He give us a
exactly,
advantage of it, the disadvantage of it, and how we can make a good career from it. And
exactly.
and
And we had
that's how
also,
you influence.
yeah, and we had also manually tested the software of our college
Okay.
website. So that's how I understood how manual testing is done, how we write test cases, how we determine test cases, how we verify a website. It was really helpful. And without that session, I don't think I would have cleared any of my technical interviews because that session helped. So I would
So
also
many of the viewers are still were in trauma that who is Aditya Manje. So I would like to say one of my friend Aditya Trivedi, he has a channel of Coding Adda on YouTube. He actually do a podcast with Aditya Manje. You can visit there and watch. I would paste the link in my description, and you can watch the whole episode, and you have a clear idea of what is software testing, how you can do it also, and everything about software testing you could get from there.
definitely. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you, Manaswi, for joining us. It was an amazing session for with you. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
So, friends, I hope this video will help you in your placement. And please like, subscribe, and share. And thanks for watching this whole podcast.